Alright, leaving Lake Placid, about 2 hours into the hike, and rain is falling, not too hard, but it's increasing. I got started about a half hour ago. So far things are smooth. I hope to be at Wanaka Falls soon and get out of this rain. It's been about 5 hours since breakfast. So I do have a backpack cover, and inside the backpack is a trash compact liner, so hopefully that's keeping things dry. I'm 2 miles from Moose Pond, so that's probably where I will stop and take care of business. Well, I actually saw a moose. I saw the back end of a moose. I thought, what in the world is a horse doing up here? And then I focused in on it, and sure enough, it was a moose. Pouring rain. I didn't get a picture of it, and I am at Moose Pond. And I thought, great, I see a moose at Moose Pond. Who's going to believe that? But it's true. It's a female moose. There was no antlers, but very cool. Very cool. Well, it's just misting right now, so it's not bad. I think I'm about a mile or two away from Duck Hole. Day 2 in the rain. It rained 24 hours. It's been 25 hours now on the trail. I tried to find a lean-to last night. I ended up staying at Duck Hole. It was cold. It was in the 40s last night. Wet, cold rain. And so when I peed in the Nalgene several times throughout the night, I must have drank a lot of water yesterday. I wrapped my wet underwear around the Nalgene bottle, which was now about 98.6 degrees, in an attempt to warm my underwear. I was wearing my change of clothes, shorts and a t-shirt that I had planned to wear today. But instead I put on the now still wet underwear, now polluted Nalgene, but that didn't mix those up. Got up this morning, everything was wet, had to pack the tent wet, but... Hi-ho! Okay.
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
That's frogs out, and anyway, so am I doing this for charity, a good charity? No. Am I doing this fastest known time? No. What will my claim to fame be? Maybe seeing a moose's butt, I don't know. OCHO's claim to fame was he saw a moose on that trip. A moose's butt. He saw a moose's ass, and if you ain't seen a moose's butt, here's what it looks like. Yep, that's a moose's ass. And here it is, the Nalgene. The pee machine. Yeah, I'm gonna remember this one. I gotta say though, last night my tent, after not being able to pee outside and in this instead, it smelled like a nursing home in there. All I needed was a little bit of Clorox. Anyway, I put all of my necessities in the trash liner, wrapped those up, and kept the tent, which was soaking wet, and the bear can also very wet, on the bottom of my pack. So I've separated the wet from what I need to keep dry, and that's my bedding tonight. It's very important. Now, of course, when this gets to Facebook, you'll see pictures like this. Boy, he's looking good, just starting out. Looks like a nice day. And this, after a great night's 8 hours sleep. But the reality of it is, 2 days of rain gets kind of hairy, and it gets kind of sloppy. And these are the pictures that you end up with that you won't see probably on social media anywhere else but here. How about this one? Now what is that? What are we looking at, Dave? Yeah, you look like you had a good time. Well, hallelujah, look at this. We got sun, we got blue skies. It cracked about 45 minutes ago. Skies opened up with blue. This thing was soaked, this tent. Everything was soaked. I got my fly socks, my thumbprint drying out. I'm drying out. Absolutely beautiful. Cold river. I'll be following it for quite a while. Got into Plumley's lean-to number 1 and just got up. So anyway, I'm going to pack up and I'm going to try to make it to Salmon Pond tonight. It's only about 15 miles. Yesterday I did 18, the day before 12. I'm trying to do on average 15 a day. I'm already rationing my acetaminophen. All right. So this is nice when you get these areas right here. Because of the rain, we have a lot of swamp. I have found that wood is very slippery. It's like ice when it's wet. I would not trust this bridge. It is humid out here. Oh my goodness. But I'm not lost. I'm not lost on Long Lake. In 2018, that was a debacle. I'm just glad that no one knows the trail that I actually took when I got lost. That's right, that was it. Actually, it was after Long Lake. It really was farther down. It was Moose Lake. Now that I think about it, Moose Pond. Just got totally disoriented, dehydrated, exhausted. I was going no-bow that time and didn't stop to filter water. So this is day 3. Most of the trip so far has rained, and that's okay. I had about 3 to 5 hours so far on the trip where I could dry everything out. It came at the perfect time, so I am so thankful. So here I am enjoying my hike so far. Woo! Woo! All right. When I saw a moose. I saw a moose. I may die or drown or get struck by lightning, but I saw a moose's butt. Worth it. Oh my goodness. No skinny dipping today. My wife worries sometimes, or at least wants to make sure I'm doing okay, so what I carry with me on my hikes is Spot. That's a GPS system. I'm a little concerned because this one is open, so I don't know why, but it lost its seal. So I may be pushing that SAR button after all. I don't know how long it's been open. It's probably not a good idea to eat, but I've got rationed out for just 9 days. So here we go. Be careful with the blade. Anyway, so I set Mom up. She started watching Spot. Well, I'm at Long Lake the last time, and boy, does that look yummy. I'm at Long Lake in 2018, and I threw my backpack in the woods, went down to Long Lake to get some supplies. And so Spot stopped moving. The real-time GPS showed that I wasn't making any progress. Well, Spot's not moving, so Mom gets panicked. She's scared to death. She calls my son in Texas, says his Spot's not moving. My son says, is that a diagnosis? Is there a cure for that? Well, I did not eat the spaghetti. It smelled rotten. So I'm going to try to get by with some Folgers. Where's the Folgers? It's in there somewhere. I had a little Mounds Bite Bar and see how far I can go. I got that chicken. I'm gonna have that chicken for dinner and drink a lot of water. Okay, we got a lot of rain continuing, but I'm gonna try to go as far as I can. I can't just end up with 5 miles in one day. I gotta move a little bit. It's not bad, just constant, that's all. So, think of some neat songs in my head, say a few prayers to God, and part of those prayers are for better weather. But in the meantime, you know, it's full speed ahead, little by little, step by step. Somebody once said, I watched a hiking show on Amazon Prime about the Pacific Crest Trail, and one of the guys said, never give up on a bad day. Never give up on a bad day. And that's kind of my mantra right now. The spaghetti was bad earlier. I tried to get by on a little bite-sized Mounds bar and a cup of coffee. That only got me about 3 miles, so I'm just going to have lunch on this rock and try to make it into Long Lake and decide from there. I was able to find this really nice restaurant right in the middle of the woods. Over here is the table they sat me at. There you go. So I can't wait to chow down on that chicken. And of course they even have a first aid station as well. I'm having an issue here with my foot. Well, I made it this far. One of the things on bad weather days that you get focused on is the destination. Where's that lean to? Where is that junction? I got to get there by a certain time. I've been guilty of that today. But then the weather clears and it reminds me it's not the destination. It's the journey. So all is well. I'll still try to get to Salmon tonight. Salmon Lake. I'm getting close to the top of the mountain and there's a thunderstorm I hear coming in. Not the best place in the world to be is on top of a mountain carrying metal poles in a thunderstorm. Still not up the mountain. I'm at the steepest part. Looking for Salmon Lake tonight. Oh my goodness. Well, I climbed the mountain in dusk and then I came down the mountain, the 3,000 footer, the only huge one on the Northville Placid Trail. Did it in the dark. Did a lot of praying on that one. It's possible that it could actually rain all 9 days, and I'm not talking about drizzle, I'm talking about heavy rain. This is incredible. Part of it is Hurricane Marco or Laura, whatever. This is a nice trail section right here. You behind me? Isn't that nice? Same in front. My ears got cold, man. It's the Terrell Pond or what. Of course, that's way back there now, but it's a chilly day. This is August 30th. Heading to Stevens Pond, about another couple of miles. Stopped off at Lake Durant. Oh, it felt wonderful to get a shower. Hot water under there for 5 minutes. Oh my gosh. $2, you can't beat that. I got my name OCHO, my trail name. I got that on a McNaughton bushwhack with Nick Ringelberg. Wayne was also on that hike. Mark Seymour. Who else? Gosh, there was about 8 or 9. Paul Gephardt and Mike Fuller. The list goes on. And anyway, it was so thick at one point going up McNaughton that we had to count out because we couldn't see a foot or two in front of us to make sure that nobody got lost. And I just happened to be 8 and I just yelled out, "Ocho!" And it stuck. Oh, is this beautiful? Oh man. I'm tired. Man, though, I had too much water. Am I dehydrated to rehydrate? And I didn't want to, it wasn't soup. I wanted sustenance. So I poured the extra water or liquid into my jet boil cup. And it was nice and hot. And I just took that while it's still hydrating the other food. And oh, man. One other thing that I learned today with Lake Durant campground, they take all the garbage that you've been saving in the beer canister. 53 miles into the hike, and I'm gonna go to Cedar Lakes Lean-To number 2, which is 72, which is about a 19-mile day to make up for my 7 miles today. Today's hike was excellent. There was no that's a chipmunk. By the way, the chipmunks are very friendly here at Stevens Pond. I am not kidding. There is a mad chipmunk at me. He's trying to pellet the tent from 20, 30, 40 feet up there. That son of a gun. I wouldn't share my soup with him. I'm leaving Stevens Pond. Got about 4 hours sleep. I was all tucked in for the night, saw a headlamp looking through my tent. Hello! So, guy, I said hi. Guy strung up his hammock 5 feet from my tent up on the hill in Stevens Pond. Anyway, all was great until the snoring. Oh my goodness. So, I got my tent, moved it about 20 feet, and if you've ever been to the hill at Stevens Pond, it's a beautiful area unless there's a snorer 5 feet away from you. Anyway, I was all over the roots, woke up several times. Well, didn't even hardly wake up, couldn't get to sleep, but anyway, so with 3 hours sleep, I got about a 19-hour hike today. Meanwhile, that chipmunk went ahead and dive bombed me. I was like easy kill, because I was now where I now pitched my tent right above the trees, and they caught me a couple of times in the tent. There's these like petrified pine cones or something. Petrified pine cones, I tell ya. It's weird when you're in the woods for a while and you're hiking for several miles. You start looking for signposts, especially if you get lost. You're looking for the junction signs, you're looking for wood on trees, slab of wood giving direction. And after a while you think you see one because a piece of bark will be hanging off in such an angle. And it's just because of the power of the mind wants to see one. Then you see bark instead. Alrighty, ready for this? I've been walking the wrong way since leaving Stevens Pond Lean-To. I was headed back north. Wasn't paying attention and just no excuse. So that's going to be a 7-mile error. I doubt I'll do 18 today. There he is.
The guy that snowed all night.
Yeah. But Ted, you gave me some great direction on dehydration. And Ted, you've got a trail. I'm OCHO.
Yeah, Rainmaker.
And why Rainmaker?
Well, every time I camp, it rains. A couple years ago, I was camping up in Strawberry Park in Connecticut, camping, and it rained the entire week. So we're going out for a ride, and we were driving past Foxwoods Casino, and they were building the Rainmaker Casino. And I stopped dead in the tracks, pulled over to the side of the road, and I said, "That's it. We got the Long Island Rainmaker."
I love it. It's kind of funny meeting Ted because I kind of got a little upset with him last night. And I got out of my tent before I moved my tent and said, "Hey man, your snoring's kept me up." I know I woke him up because the snoring stopped. That was good for 5 minutes. God's got a sense of humor too, because he had me face him again. See, I kind of snuck out of camp this morning early so I wouldn't have to, you know, I'm the guy that woke you up last night. It's crazy. Okay, 8 miles later, I'm back to where I started. coming up on Stevens Pond, and you don't want to be videoing when you're trying to. That's another tip from OCHO. I'm pretty good for my age. I'm only on one medication. Got some bear spray. This is psychological. I don't need this. This is the same thing as pepper spray, but a little bit less of the same chemical. I've sprayed myself twice with bear spray by accident. So are you doing the trail or?
Yeah, we're going to Lake Placid.
Wonderful. And you started in Northville?
No, actually I started with OCHO Lake on Friday night.
So you're okay. Well, that's a lot of distance then.
Yeah, I did it 40 years ago with my dad, and so I took some time off work, and I figured I'd hit the trails.
Nice. And your name again?
Steve Harvey.
Steve. And you,
Binghamton.
I'm going to have to do some really long miles toward the end of this hike, meeting some really nice people along the way. Everybody, of course, except for Cujo. But hey, he's a dog and didn't like me, so most dogs do like me. So this woman has done wonderful hikes with me. You have challenged me. You have encouraged me. You are a
but not lately. And I imagine if you're out here today, you come right along. So.
yeah. And am I supposed to know you?
This is Ray Boucher.
Oh, Ray, we've done hikes.
Yeah.
Hey, ready, Jane? Here we go.
We're the old
You
timers.
and your inspirational. Yeah, we got you. And I ran into Grace Hudbowski's great niece 2 weeks ago in a store in Queensbury. She saw this and she
Wow.
said, "You 46?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, you know who Grace Hudbowski?" I said, "Of course." I said, "She gave me my certificate up in Saranac, Lake Placid." And I said, "She was my neighbor at camp." And I said, "I met her one summer, and on her porch I played Amazing Grace for her on my cornet."
Grace Hudbowski. She was born in 1906, died in 2004. She was the first woman to climb all 46 high peaks in the Adirondacks. In fact, she did it twice. So now the summit in the Dix Range that used to be known as East Dix is now Grace Peak. Just a beautiful path. Now we're going to go back into the canopy here, but just a nice little opening there. Speaking of little openings, I didn't realize I ripped my pants. So I bought a needle and thread with me because I saw one of the videos, the guy, hiking videos, through hike, be prepared. So I'm going to stitch up that section. So here is Reg's car that we met down the trail. I'm with the Glen Falls, Saratoga chapter. Became a 46er a few years ago. Also a winter 46er last year. So things have heated up today. They are out. I had to get my DEET out. I got the DEET, sprayed myself down pretty good. It's 100% DEET. Don't ever spray it in your face to protect your face from the mosquitoes. It goes right through your eyelids. Not as bad as the bear spray. I forgot what the heck I got mountain brain, and I turn this thing on, and I have a plan. And I can't think of what it was. That's Wakely Dam. You hear in the background. So I was in such a hurry to get out of Stevens Pond this morning. That's not how you pack a tent. Beautiful. Number 10. These are all free. At first I thought you had to pay money for them. I guess they got over 100 campsites. So I'll show you what my dehydrated food looks like. This is turkey and noodles and some green beans. You can see inside there. Camera. Not bad, huh? And then I'm going to add some turkey gravy mix, salt. Then I have some vegetable oil, and this stuff, when it's cooked, then you kind of put about maybe a teaspoon or a half teaspoon in there, stir it up, and it really gives it a fatty, delicious flavor. Made this myself. Push that down. With the jet boil, I make sure I tape over the holes so I can keep every ounce of heat, every degree of heat in there. You may be questioning why I set the tent up like that. So I get out of the tent and I walk right into sticker bushes. It's the lean of the ground. I like my head a little bit higher than my feet. So this is what I use to charge up my stuff. It's a Rave Power and 16,750 mAh. I meant to add this. 2 plugins, 2 UBS ports. Let's see, 48,000 steps, almost 49,000 steps today.
It's about 5:45 and I just woke up and it's raining out, so I'm going to go and get packed up and hopefully be on the road on the trail by 6:30. Rain or shine, we'll do this. And in 2 nights from now, I hope to be very close to OCHO. And oops. Anyway, there's a plan. Don't worry about it. I got this under control.
These are my wife's. I don't know. They're gonna hold. They're not very. I brought them because they're light and they're great after camp or after hiking a long day. Hopefully the suction won't just take them right off my feet. The clogs made it, but I still have more to go. I just wanted to video that with how widespread. Now we're getting into some mud section. So far I've gone, hey, let's see, 1/10 of a mile, and I'm still in it. I'm going for an FKT. This is a beautiful part of the trail. Oh my goodness. All is well so far. Did about 6.5 miles. And no wrong turns to this point. Checking the signs out very closely. It seems like southbound. I know it's about 11,000 plus elevation. I think from when I did it northbound in 218, southbound has got steeper sections. My tent is still wet and I don't have any sunshine to dry it out. So not sure what that plan is there. Sleep in a wet tent. This trail has been packed. So far I've seen well over 50, 60 people coming northbound. I know you see a lot more again going south because not many go south and a lot go north. The rain is coming down pretty steady. I had to put the backpack cover on and I should put my rain jacket on, but these clothes smell. Water might do them good. Okay, making progress. It's part of the experience. Can't enjoy the sunshine as much unless we have something to compare it to. Well, it took a leap of faith to come down to this lean-to. It's, I'll tell you why. It's Cedar Lake's lean-to number 3. It's a half mile from the trail on a rainy day where people are looking for shelter. A leap of faith. I said, Father God, you know, if it be your will, I would sure like a dry place to sleep tonight. And I heard voices as I was coming down the trail, which is right over here. I heard some voices, so as I do when I come up to any lean-to, I said, coming up on the left. And I came in, and there was nobody in it. The only thing I can figure is across the lake, this is Cannon Lake, the voices, how they carry over the water, gave me the impression that there were people in this shelter, and I thought, oh, and my heart sank. And at the time it was still raining, and it has stopped now. But the voices were imaginary, or rather over on the other side of the lake. And as you can see, this is truly a gift from my Heavenly Father. Look at here, I'm drying out. I got a clothesline right here, so I'm drying out my wet socks, my fly tent. This is all getting aired out, dried up, and I'll be sleeping over here tonight. So in the quilt, which remain dry. So all is well, and it is going to be a good night. It's 11:52. I don't know. I feel warm. My throat's swollen. Something's wrong with my left side, and my right hand. So, I don't know. This is day 7. No, it isn't. It's still officially 6 because it's not even midnight yet. This is really beating me up, man. Jeez. This rain is really... So out of the last... It's rained 4.5 out of 6 days. I've seen less than 12 hours of sunshine. And yeah, it's just... it takes its toll. The rain has finally stopped. It stopped about... I don't know when it stopped. It's just stopped now. I just woke up. The good news is I was asleep before midnight. So I'm going to take another acetaminophen. I've been rationing those. So we'll see. My plan is to go to Route 28 to Oxbow Inn tonight. That's over a 20-mile hike on day 7 to catch up from all these smaller hikes because of the weather. But I'm not going to throw in the towel yet. I'm going to see what tomorrow brings. Now I'm just having fun doing the Blair Witch Project. What was that movie? The Blair Witch Project. Oh my gosh. It's out there. Something is out there. It's gonna get me. I'm gonna die out here. Oh my gosh, do I feel like a monster. The good news is I'm feeling better. Don't look it, but I feel it. I feel better. I actually slept. I was so exhausted. My body wants calories that I just can't give it. And so I got some sleep. And the bad news is it's raining again. So it started raining the minute I turned the video off last night, 11:52 or something. So it's another day of the rain, 6 out of 7. And the only way to defeat it is to keep getting up earlier and earlier. And right now it is 4 a.m. So I'm gonna start the routine and see if I can get to. I had the worst dream in the world. Oh my gosh, I had the worst dream in the world. I'm not even gonna mention it. It was terrible.
So it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. I don't look at it as a premonition, though. Okay, time to get some oatmeal. It's absolutely pouring out there. I'm having bad dreams. I couldn't find my medicine last night. I was feverish. I was achy. So I'm looking for reading material. If I find some, the bad news, the body is doing well, surprisingly. The fever, whatever it was, the heat exhaustion, I don't know what the heck was going on last night, but I'm feeling much better this morning. A lot of praying and some acetaminophen. And hopefully I'll make it to Pasico tonight. There's a couple of motels I sure could use. And another thing I forgot on the trip was I got the battery, the rave power, to resupply my phone. The problem is I didn't bring a wall socket to plug the UBS port in. I passed a hiker and he said that the weather forecast on his machine said, some radar deal said 0% chance of rain today. So, oh my goodness. Well, I got Spruce Lake behind me and I'm not doing too bad. The Spruce Lake lean-to number 3 is right here. So the only thing I noticed with this one is you can't stand up in it, which kind of hit me in the head a couple of times when I've forgotten. So the good news though, I did find this shelter 10 miles into my hike today. I got 10 miles to go to Pasico and reevaluate. I'm definitely going to run out of food. I splurged a little bit. Well, September 1st, about 2:15, and I feel like instead of a hike in the woods, this has kind of turned into a Survivor episode, and I'm about to get voted off. I mean, the only ones that hang around this kind of extreme weather conditions are escaped convicts or crazy hikers. I am really beat. But you know what? Never quit on a bad day. So I'm going to try to make it to Pasico tonight. It'll be a 20+ mile hike. I've got about 14 miles in today so far. The rain stopped briefly at Spruce Lean-to number 3, where I was talking to you last, but the minute I put my pack on, I'm not kidding, the minute I put my pack on, it's like my pack is possessed. That's the problem. Started pouring rain again. It comes in sheets. Then there's a pause, and you think, oh, the sun is gonna come out. You thought I was gonna sing there, didn't you? Anyway, it doesn't. The rain comes back. So that's where we're at. I don't know what got to me last night. I was, it could be the 75 miles on the body. It could be the diet, which is totally different. Could be a lot of things combined and added up. But I was really in bad shape. And still a little bit under the weather, but also my left knee. But hey, I'm in the woods, not at the office. But things could be worse. I'm now a day and a half short of food. I just said, I'm gonna feed my body. I'm not gonna starve my butt and put myself on some kind of a restricted diet so I can finish it. I mean, there's got to be some place in Pasico I can resupply. Roger, welcome. It's disappointing, but I don't like to say I quit on a bad day, but 6 days. I've never been through so much inclement weather. So I'm going to tap out. But I did have an awesome time. I talked to a lot of you. I'm still going to put together a video. I've already done the trail, as I've said, in 2018. So I'm going to put something together because I promised a few people I was going to have some fun with this hike. And so, it's sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. The plan. But otherwise, I called my beautiful wife, Twyla. And tapped out, told her I tapped out. And so she is on her way from Schenectady. What a wonderful woman. It's going to be a late night for her. About a 2-hour drive here, but wonderful woman. So had a lot of laughs and good times despite the weather, but
Rain 1, OCHO 0. OCHO out.